출애굽기 28장. Exodus chapter 28. Have Aaron your brothers brought to you from among the Israelites, along with his sons Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Itzmar, so they may serve me as a priest. Make sacred garment for your brother Aaron to give him his dignity and honor. Tell all the skilled men to whom I have given wisdom in such matters that they are to make a garment for Aaron for his consecration, so he may serve me as priest. These are the garments they are to make: a breastpiece, on a ephod, a robe, a woman's tunic, turbans, and a sash. They are to make these sacred garments for your brothers Aaron and his sons, so your brothers Aaron and sons, so they have served me as a priest. Have them use gold and blue, purple, the sacred yarn, and fin and lawn. Make the ephod of gold and blue, purples, and the sacred yarns, and the finely twisted linen, the work of the skilled crafts. It is to have two shoulder pieces attached to over the corners, so it can be fastened. Its skillfully woven waistband is to be alike of its piece with the ephod, and made with gold and with blues, purples, and scarlet yarns with finely twisted linen. Take two onyx stones and engrave of them the names of the sons of Israel in order of their birth, the 6 names of the one stone and the remaining 6 on the others. Engrave the names of the sons of the Israel on the 2 stones, the way a gems cutters engraved seals. Then mount the stones with gold filigree setting, then fasten them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel. Aaron is to bear the names of these shoulders as a memorial before the Lord. Make gold filigree and the setting and the 2 braid chains of the pure gold like robe, and attach the chains to the setting. Fashions a breastpiece for making dishes in the wall of the skilled craftsman. Make it like the ephod of the gold and blue, purple, the scarlet yarns, finely twisted. It is square, the span long, and the span wide, and the fold double. Then the mounts of 4 rows of the precious stones on it. In the first rows there shall be the birch and the topaz and the beryl. In the second row of turquoise, a sapphire, and the emerald. In the third row of the jasmine, the agate, and the amethyst. In the 4th rows of chrysolite, on onyx and the jasper, mount them in gold filigranes. There are to be 12 stones, 1 for each of the names of the sons of Israel, each engraved like seals with the name of one of 12 tribes. For the breastpieces, make the braced chains of your pores gold like ropes. Make 2 gold rings for it and fasten them to corners of the breastpiece. Fasten the 2 gold chains to the rings at the corner of the breastpieces, and the other end of the chains to the 2 settings, attaching them to the shoulder pieces of the ephods at the front. Make 2 gold rings and attach them to the other 2 corners of the breastpiece on the inside edges next to the ephods. Make 2 more gold rings and attach them to the bottom of the shoulders, piece on the front of the ephod, close to the arms, just above the waistbands of the ephod. The wings of the breast pieces are to be tied to the rings of the ephod with the pearl cord connecting it to the waistband, so that the breast pieces will not swing out from the ephod. Whenever Aaron enters the holy places, he will bear the name of the sons of Israel over his heart on the breastpieces of the decision as continuing memorial before the Lord. Also the Urim and the Thummim in the breastpieces, so they will be over Aaron's heart whenever he enters the presence of the Lord. Thus Aaron will always bear the means of the making decisions for the Israelite over his heart before the Lord. Make the rope of the ephods entirely of the blue cloths, with on the opening for the hut, its centers there shall be woven edges like a collar around this opening, so that it will be not tears. Make pomegranates of blues, purples, and scarlet yarns around the hem of the robe, with gold bells between them. The gold bells and the pomegranates are to alternate around the hem of the robe. Aaron must wear it when it ministers. The sounds of the bells will be heard when he enters the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, so they will not die. Make a plate of purest gold and engrave on it as the seals holy to the Lord. Fasten the blue cords to it and attached to the turbans. It is to be on the front of the turban. It will be on the Aaron's forehead, and will bear the guilt involved in the sacred gift. The Israel consecrates whatever the gifts may be. It will be on the Aaron's forehead continually, so that they will be accepted to the Lord. Weave the tunic of the fine linens and make the turbans of the fine linen. The ashes is to the work of the embroiderer. Make tooting the sashes and the headbands for Aaron's son, and to give them dignity and the honor. After you put these clothes on your brothers Aaron and his son, anointed and ordained them, consecrate them so they serve me as a priest. Make linen the undergarments as a covering for the body, reaching from the waist to the thigh. Aaron and his son must wear them whenever they enter the tent of a meeting or approaching the altars to the minister in the holy places, so they will incur guilty and die. This is to be lasting ordinance for Aaron and his son's descendants.